Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
All right. So remember at Celebration, we heard about a new animated show coming. I don't know if there's going to be much interest, Maul Shadow Lord, something like that.
Who? I don't know the character.
No, of course not. We also know, of course, Sam Witwer is coming back to voice his iconic character.
Yes, my hero.
Yes, your hero.
I went on a little tangent the other day.
And,
I would be like my best friend in another life.
He would be. But if he did a little pirating, Yar could find a copy of the trailer to look at.
Oh, yeah. You could find the trailer, yes.
It was hard to find. It's out there. It's
not
hard
much,
to find.
But it is. It's a little bit, yeah.
It's exciting. It got me excited because Maul is such an interesting character. We kind of know a lot of his life story, so hearing another piece of it is interesting to me.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, aside from what we learned about the show at Celebration, Sam Witwer has sat down with his good old friend, Star Wars actress Katie Sackhoff, on her podcast, The Sackhoff Show. They talked a little bit about the series he's going to be in, because he's come on that show multiple times. I think they're good Star Wars chums. And kind of some of the exciting things that they talk about, of course, Witwer is recollecting how often he apparently had ideas for Maul during the production of The Clone Wars and even in Rebels, and that he and Dave Filoni kind of wanted to explore those, but Filoni was also like, we have to hold off because Maul isn't the focal point of these shows. And he wasn't. Maul was not the focal point of the Clone Wars nor the Rebels.
No,
the good guys.
Had arcs,
the good guys
though.
were.
Well, yeah, more or less, yeah.
Whereas this time the show is for him. It's for Maul. We are looking at a dark side protagonist.
Yeah, and this takes place, he said before, I don't think this article covers it, it's a year after the Clone Wars have ended, for the record.
It's interesting. It's really the first time that I'm going to acknowledge, anyhow, that the show is going to be told through the dark side of the Force's perspective. Not like that other show, The Acolyte, which tried to say they were the first ones, looking at things from the dark side point of view.
I guess it was.
No.
Technically, on the technicality, yes.
So Witwer is excited. He's confirmed that the time has finally come. They're going to talk about those past ideas he had way back when. Witwer said, every time Filoni said this isn't Maul's show, it never occurred to me that Maul could have a show. So I just took those ideas and I'm like, well, I guess we'll never see that. And now he's like, it's Maul's show now. So I was invited to go to people and go, what about this? And they go, great, you're right. We should explore that. So they did take some of his ideas that he had for the character, which is great because he's an expert. He knows his Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that somebody who knows his stuff gets to have actual creative input.
I will agree with him that I never would have expected a Maul show of all the announcements.
I never expected to see him again after Phantom Menace.
Sure. A very strong argument could be made that his story ended when he got cut in half.
What?
Yes. But very surprised at the Maul show. I mean, it's one of those things where if you would have told me you're bringing Maul back, I partially would have been excited, back in the day before it happened. Like, oh, that's cool because we didn't really see much of him, and then you bring him back and you do a really good job. But it seems like that kind of opened Pandora's box where, like, every character is coming back, so...
You know what's really cool? What we should do is, we have plenty of time to get this ready. The Maul show doesn't come out until 2026 at some point. We should do a full, lore deep dive video into the history, the whole shebang, the life of Darth Maul as far as we know it. Because there are a lot of little, tiny canon sources to get a full painted picture of the type of person Maul is.
Lore Master Naboo?
Well, I've covered lore before,
cool
especially leading into a project that, if you didn't watch the animated shows, you're like, why are we talking about the guy who was cut in half, who showed up for 2 seconds in Solo? I don't get it.
He does appear randomly here and there. He is kind of scattered throughout the lore because he's obviously Phantom Menace, he's in Rebels, he's
a very
comic book series,
complex character. It's very interesting.
Or Son of Dathomir. So,
and his actual origin is in a short stories book.
This book kind of.
But you had to get the book from a certain Disney location store type thing because it wasn't in the book that everyone could buy off the shelves.
Yes.
Yes, I acquired such things.
You have the book, yes.
I have. I've read it. I actually really like the opening story. But let's keep going with the article. But Maul lore video sometime 2026.
Okay, so next year we're gonna do it.
Well, I don't know how. I don't want to do it too early because.
Why not? Get people excited.
We'll think about it. We'll talk about this off camera. Off mic?
Off mic.
Whatever. Yeah. But Maul's getting his own show. He's going to be fleshed out more fully with even the input from Sam Witwer. It's going to explore the Sith Lord's humanity. like Star Wars has never done before. Even Witwer has said that doesn't mean that Maul will, like, all of a sudden be a good guy. Just because we're going to look deeply into him doesn't mean he's going to be good.
Well, we see his end in Rebels. He's not exactly a great guy. He's kind of manipulating Ezra and looking for Kenobi.
Hey, save it for the lore.
Okay, sorry. I got a head start, I guess.
What Witwer said is, it's a show about bad guys versus worse guys. Our bad guys are still bad guys. This isn't going to be a show where you find out Maul is a real teddy bear man. Well, he's just misunderstood. No, we're not doing that.
Well, thank God for that, because that would be the worst thing they could ever possibly do. I don't want to find out that Maul was just, again, misunderstood. We know Maul gets taken. Oh, I was going to spill some lore, but he does get taken by Sidious at a very young age, so he didn't really have a chance to become a teddy bear.
With his mother, he was never going to become a teddy bear.
No, his mother, too.
No spoilers. No spoilers. They also kind of asked him how he compares with, like, Darth Sidious and Darth Vader. Will they explore if he's as bad as they are? Or if he's on their level?
Well, he ain't on their level. We know that much.
And what Sam Witwer says is, the idea is that, even though he's a bad guy, the fun of it is, he is as bad as Sidious or Vader? No, he's not. One of the most interesting pieces of information is that apparently Maul will be, like, reevaluating the empire that his former master has built. Maul survived. Maul knows who Sidious is. Yeah. He knew what Sidious was planning, so he has a unique vision just to what this is all about. He has such a unique perspective in this.
Yeah, I never got the sense that Maul was, like, lit in on everything. He probably knew some vague parts of the plan, but...
I mean, Witwer says, is that what Sidious had in mind? Maul comes from a time of swords and sorcery and magic and knights, and now all of that color of the universe is being sucked out by this mechanized empire. And Maul's like, is this right? Is this the universe we're trying to build? Very interesting. So Maul's going to be questioning the world that his old master has brought forth.
I wonder if Maul would be a bit peeved that Sidious is kind of covertly ruling. He's not like, I am Sith Lord Darth Sidious and you are all my subjects. That he's like shadowy behind, because you never really see Sidious too much in the, if you're alive during that time. He's kind of always in the back room doing his own thing instead of like being the Sith out front.
Well, and I believe this is also going to be showing Darth Maul's kind of creation of Crimson Dawn, because we know that he's the leader of it from Solo, but we don't know how he started it. So I think we're going to kind of see him go, okay, well, during the Clone Wars, I had my Shadow Collective, and now I'm going to make a new collective called the Crimson Dawn, and we're going to have our own agenda.
And we see a lot of Crimson Dawn in the comic books, for the record.
Kind of the last thing that Witwer talked about the new show, Maul Shadow Lord, is the show will also kind of feature Maul grappling with the galaxy's new status quo, one that is devoid of Jedi. He's devoted his life to killing Jedi. He hated them. He was taught to hate them. So Witwer describes Maul in the new show as the Joker without Batman. Which is very interesting because, the force of good that he was, I hate them, and he always rallied against the Jedi, they're really not around anymore.
Kenobi is theoretically, he's looking for him, but yeah.
Theoretically, because of everything that we kind of know, we have bits and pieces of lore that the Inquisitors will be looking for him.
We do know this, yeah.
But that's not a spoiler I'm going to talk too much about.
You don't want to spoil anything. No, I mean, I'm excited for the show. It's not what I ever would have expected or anticipated. And again, you can make the argument Maul coming back kind of opened the door for every character to come back all the time. Yeah. And they have.
No one's ever really gone. You can
it's
chop them in half, drop them down a pipe into space even, and you're like, yeah,
they didn't drop him into space. But
I think that's what happened to Sidious, though. He fell down a hole.
Yeah, Sidious. Well, Sidious had the thing explode on him. He came back a different way. He didn't actually survive that.
He's fine.
Sith sorcery, dark side secrets, that sort of thing. That's how Sidious came back.
I'm not talking to you
anymore. Very
anymore.
thoroughly explained in The Rise of Skywalker.
And then Ventress came back with magic.
The power of love.
No, because she's not allowed to have that.
So. Magic. Yes, that is the explanation. Magic.
Magic. Just magic.
Just magic.
Magic. Why? I don't know why Padme hasn't come back yet.
Oh my goodness.
They
kind of teased that in the comic books.
They did. Where they're
it's like goodness gracious.
Look, Padme has returned. It was Sabe.
Yeah. But they really tried to get you thinking Padme was like back. I don't know what they were trying to do with that.
They're
but
always
anyway.
trying to get you to think that somebody's come back and...
Yeah, no one's ever really gone.
Mm-mm.
Not in Star Wars. Not when money can be made off of them.
Where's Greedo? He should be around, right?
No, he got McClunkied.
Did he?
He did.
Really?
I think he is really gone. Yeah, I don't think we'd ever see.
I don't know.
Would anybody really care if Greedo came back?
What if Bale comes back?
No, I'm cutting you off.
No, he seriously.
You're
What if
done.
they're like, and he actually left right before then after he stopped it. He stopped there, and then he was like, "Hi, I have work to do though," and he left immediately with Brea, and they're fine.
And they've been hiding in secret.
Yes.
Just living a normal
They
life.
didn't want to disrupt their adopted daughter's life, so
Oh yeah, what a great life she was leading too.
no
You're
one's
done.
ever really gone.
You're done. That's all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of today's news, or tell us how excited you are, or maybe are not, for Maul Shadow Lord,
Or tell us what Star Wars character who is very much dead but isn't dead.
and how they came back.
Yeah.
That's today's challenge.
Yep. How did they come back?
I like it.
Why not?
All right. Well, that's your challenge. We're done talking some Star Wars for now. So thanks for watching.